evening from Toronto. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Grizzlies have long departed Vancouver. The Raptors are Canada's team. And right now, one of the most consistent in the NBA.
And this team has a whole country behind them, Ed, just not a city. And I'm so sick and tired of fans talking about this team can't make it out of the playoffs. They have the personnel to achieve the ultimate level of success, and that's winning an NBA championship.
No, in hockey terms, he's ready to drop the gloves. We're ready to go in this one in Toronto. Opening tip taken in by the Raptors, and we're underway in Toronto. Lowry to Leonard. Al Horford snares the rebound. Irving into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Horford. From the painted area, won't go down. Lowry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Ibaka. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Horford. Valanciunas there for the board. For the Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship, and the goal is to win one now.
Taken by the Raptors.
Now push it. Let's attack and transition so we can build this lead.
Leonard to Lowry. Fires the three. He was all over him. Brown into the front court. Trailing by 4. To Horford. Had a chance, but it's no good. Danny Green to Lowry. Five to shoot for Toronto. Not that time. Brown with it up top. Down 4. To Irving. Driving right to the basket. Valanciunas with the denial.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Lowry to Leonard. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
He missed that shot on his own. The defense didn't do anything on that play to make him miss.
Knocked loose. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Hayward. To Jaylen Brown. To Irving. Beyond the arc for 3. Kyrie Irving missed his first. That one goes.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Lowry to Danny Green. Lowry to Valanciunas. It's Tatum with the rebound. Hayward to Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. To Horford. Kicks it around the perimeter. Kyrie. And Green able to pull down the rebound. To Valanciunas. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Nothing going here on that drive. That's blocked by Kawhi.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Lowry with it. Up by 3. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. First couple didn't go. That one is true. Celtics have it. Irving to Hayward. And Jay, they call the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Subbing in for the Celtics, number 6.
Irving. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Up by 6. Danny Green to Lowry. And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Danny Green. 4-3. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Horford. Raptors come away with it. Leonard to Valanciunas. Shot from the lane won't go. Brown into the front court. 9-point margin. Lets it fly from long range. Cleared by Ibaka. Lowry to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
When things click, they click. That's good offense right there.
Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Irving. Work it down to Brown. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
Jaylen Brown really coming into his own. The 3rd overall pick a couple of years ago. He saw his points per game go up drastically. Plus, he is one of the few people in the East that has the versatility to guard LeBron James.
Kawhi Leonard. He's now 4 for 6.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Here comes the screen. Irving to Marcus Morris. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Lowry. They'll get it down to Leonard. Rises for the slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Irving. No good. No daylight. Great defense. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
This 11-year veteran has emerged as a uniquely stabilizing force for any team he plays on. He may not ever win a prize for his fiery oratory, but his steady demeanor is part of what makes him invaluable.
To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Kawhi Leonard. The shot, almost. To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Screen coming. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Off the mark. Well contested. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Marcus Morris. Strong finish. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Won't go. To Irving. Bain shot no good. The screen sets him up for 2.
I don't really care that Fred VanVleet finished 3rd in the voting for 6th Man of the Year. You know what I care about? That he was a draft snub. That 3 seasons ago, he was undrafted and nobody wanted him. After that, he spent time on the Raptors D-League team to being a guy that sits on their bench, to all of a sudden being one of the best players on their squad. That's a story, that's a narrative we need to focus on.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Leonard. To Monroe. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Greg Monroe trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 70% free throw shooter. The free throw is good. Finishing off the three-point play. The lead grows to 12. Raptors come away with it. To Leonard. Short jumper won't fall.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Aaron Baines powers it through. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Leonard. Scores from the post.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Boston with the basketball. Rozier shot no good. To Leonard. Pascal Siakam to Monroe. Can't miss those. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. First quarter's complete. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead. Ed Cohen. Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down a dozen. The jumper's off the mark. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. From the painted area, won't go down. To Marcus Smart. And count the basket inside.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Here's a chance from long range. Rebound Marcus Morris. Curling inside. And scores.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Leonard. Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Count the basket inside.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To VanVleet. Down low for Leonard. It was right there.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
From the outside, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Fred VanVleet to Leonard. You've got to get that one to go. Rebounds taken down by the Raptors. To Leonard. Oh, he had him there for a second. Baseline drive. The shot won't fall. Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often.
I love when bad shooters make shots. They run down the court saying, I should get the ball more. That's when you say, no, you're open for a reason.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Has a look. Leonard's shot won't go down. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Here comes the screen. Leonard. Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Hayward. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Fred VanVleet. That'll get out off the Raptors. Rozier with it. Looking to make something happen. Has a chance. Not that time. Taken by the Raptors.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
OG Anunoby at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Not the best career mark, 62%. Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Kyrie with the rock. Takes stock of the floor. Irving. Valanciunas with the rebound. Lowry into the front court. Up by 3. Shot by Anunoby, no good. Into the front court, it's Irving. He'll run the offense. Out of bounds the call, off Gordon Hayward. Time to shuffle things up. Leonard to Ibaka. Serge Ibaka, 3 for 3 in this first half.
Old school equals high percentage.
Kyrie across the timeline. Down 5 to Hayward. Shot from the lane won't go. Leonard to Lowry. Here comes the screen. Lowry to Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Raptors come away with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Big slam. Takes it right at the defender.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Irving to Horford. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first All-Star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Gets a shot up off the mark. Toronto with the basketball. Danny Green to Leonard. Knocks it down from mid-range.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Screen coming. Irving to Jaylen Brown. Oh, Ibaka up to block the shot.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
There it is. Al Horford. 4 out of 7.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Here comes the screen. Drive here, but the shot stays out. Here's Irving into the front court. 5-point game. Brown shot off iron. No good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. To Danny Green. Serge Ibaka. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Irving to Hayward. Fires the three, so the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Valanciunas. Trying to cash in. Their shot by Lowry misses. Has a look. Hayward unable to connect. And strokes it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Hayward.
Screen on your right. On your right.
To Jaylen Brown. Short jumper off the mark. Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry.
Here we go. My ball. My ball.
To Valanciunas. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Look, no one was more disappointed in how the 18 season ended than Kyle Lowry. I'm sure he's been playing those games over and over in his mind like a bad nightmare. I would be shocked if we don't see a bigger edge and a bigger chip on his shoulder, because the reality is they need to start finding some answers in the 6 and quick.
To Irving. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Kyrie lets it go. Add 2 points to the board.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Lowry into the front court. Leads 4. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Baseline drive. Knocks it down off the step back.
I don't want to use the word streaky, but Jason Tatum tends to score in bunches. Let me tell you how. He's one of the most effective players in the league and most efficient at catching the ball on the move. A lot of players waste time in stationary positions or overindulging in triple threat jabs, but not Jason. He catches the ball directly and goes, which means he's the ideal of smart, decisive basketball.
For 3, no good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Irving. And he buries it.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Now a whistle, and Toronto is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Jumper's good.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense.
Screen coming up, screen coming.
Surveys the floor. Irving. From long range.
Kawhi Leonard, that's his second personal.
First one goes down.
Easy layup.
Second and 3 is good.
Oh, good shot, boy.
Perfect from the line. It's all 3 of them.
Yes, sir.
Toronto has the basketball. Throws it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Fred VanVleet to Danny Green. Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Danny Green. And scores.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. deep three at the buzzer. First half comes to an end with the Celtics in front.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. The Raptors are within striking distance at the half. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
Kyrie Irving was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Irving with the basketball. Leads one to Hayward. Valanciunas with the denial. That'll get out off the Raptors. Hayward to Irving. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Irving smothering D.
I got ball. That's me.
Danny Green to Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
No fading on that shot. Strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101. Irving. To Hayward. Shot clock winding down. Has a chance. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Lowry to Leonard. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. The drive, right to the basket. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Trying to cash in. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Leonard to Danny Green. Knocked loose. Danny Green to Valanciunas. Can't connect from in close. Irving into the front court. Leads just a point. To Jaylen Brown. To Horford. The Raptors able to clear the board. Lowry with it. He'll run the offense. To Leonard. Lowry. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Valanciunas giving you that size, giving you that length, a guy that can extend the defense. But you kind of forget that he was the 5th pick taken overall in 2011.
Kyrie. Gets a look. Can't hit. The follow won't go either. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His team up by 1. Another chance. Serge Ibaka. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field. Ball's controlled by Boston. Irving to Horford. Shot from the lane won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Ibaka to Leonard. Ibaka. No good. Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys down 3. Not that time. Danny Green to Lowry. To Danny Green. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Here's Leonard for 2. The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Celtics have it. Hayward to Horford. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
To Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard, unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Kyrie across the timeline. The margin standing now at 7. Baseline drive. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Screen coming.
Hey, watch this screen.
The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock.
Watch the slip.
Lowry with a shot that's no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Changes coming from both sides right now. Leonard to Danny Green. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. He misses. Over to the right side. Fires the three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Leonard to Van Vliet. Tatum grabs the board. To Jaylen Brown.
Got to get through this game. Get through it.
Hayward to Irving. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Count the basket at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Fred Van Vliet. To Ibaka. Blocked by Tatum.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Here comes the screen. Fred Van Vliet to Leonard. Nice pass to set things up.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Here's Irving into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Taken by the Raptors. Leonard. Nice pass to set things up. Has a look. Green with a shot. No good. Passed it off. Irving. That's rebounded by Toronto. Leonard to Van Vliet. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Kyrie Irving lines it up for 2, knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Fred Van Vliet to Valanciunas. Celtics have it. Kyrie Irving for 2. And a putback slam.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
Leonard to Van Vliet. Here comes the screen. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
And he drains it. You look at Gordon Hayward. Who does he remind you of in the NBA?
Paul George more so on the offensive end. He has the height and the size to shoot over smaller guards. Plus, I love the fact that he utilizes his body. How about in his 7 years with the Utah Jazz, he made $53 million. You're seeing his game really blossom, which is the reason why Danny Ainge signed him to that 4-year, $128 million deal.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Leonard. And scores. Strong take.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Scary Terry was born during the playoffs last year. He helped Boston achieve what many critics, including myself, thought was impossible without superstar teammates being healthy. He's a pit bull defensively, so quick laterally with a strong upper body frame and a great center of gravity. He plays with a ton of grit and determination, and that's just what you need in a depth guard who can answer the bell when called on.
Here's Leonard for two. Wide open look, won't go.
I hate that that one didn't go down. You much rather go into half with a tie ball game than having a deficit.
Deep right corner. To Leonard. From the painted area, won't go down. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Kawhi Leonard. Add 2 points to the board.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
Hayward. He engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Celtics have it. Hayward to Rozier. Beyond the arc for three. Defense all over Rozier. Can't connect. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. And he'll go to the foul line.
No. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Off the mark on the first free throw.
Number 36, Marcus Smart.
Missed the second. 0 for 2. Has a chance. Rozier shot no good. Here's Leonard for 2. And he buries it.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
4-3. Knocks it down.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Three quarters down, the Celtics have the lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ball game.
Lets it fly from long range and knocks it down.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Short jumper stays out.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Leonard. Missed the wide open look. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Lowry. Knocks it down off the step back.
Oh, my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen. Smart shot, no good. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
To Rozier. Horford. Here's a chance from long range. That no good. Off the mark. Screen coming. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Underutilized. 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 Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Lowry. To Monroe. Ah, the monster stuff.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't get the bounce. Fires the three. Missed it. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Whistle blows. Oh, his back was to the basket. 5-second count. It's going the other way. New blood coming in for both sides. It's denied by Horford.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Fred VanVleet. Lowry. Can't connect. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. Lowry into the front court. Leads one. To VanVleet. Lowry. Down low to Monroe. Short jumper. Won't fall. Hayward to Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Horford. Denied by Monroe.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Lowry. Message received. Well defended. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Toronto with the basketball. Probing the defense. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Hayward.
Defense, let's go. Screen come.
Not that time. Fred VanVleet, great feed. Serge Ibaka slams it down. Jay, I'm surprised. He had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Able to convert inside.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Fred VanVleet. Miles shot, that's off the mark. Hayward. Tatum. They have to keep him in their grasp.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Danny Green to VanVleet. Screen coming. To Valanciunas. Gets it in the left corner. Ibaka buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
To Hayward. Nothing going here on that drive. Hayward. Fine to shoot. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. Not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
To Valanciunas. Celtics have it. To Jaylen Brown. Horford. Short jumper won't go down.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
For 3, cleaning the up, slams it home on the putback.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
To Horford. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
This 11-year veteran has emerged as a uniquely stabilizing force for any team he plays on. He may not ever win a prize for his fiery oratory, but his steady demeanor is part of what makes him invaluable.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Fred VanVleet to Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Irving goes to the left side. To Irving. Jumper's good. Kyrie Irving won a championship with Cleveland. He won a championship for Cleveland in that Game 7 at Golden State. How is he influenced as a player by that title?
Well, I thought he learned how to win at a really huge stage. But Kyrie's always been a leader of his own movement. At times, his voice may have been suppressed because of LeBron James, but there's no doubt about it. When you look at the young players on this roster, when they all rock Kyrie's, you know who the leader of the team is.
Rejected.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Okay, they're lucky they get the ball back.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
That pass taken away by Toronto.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Lowry to Ibaka. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
I'm pretty sure I saw that move earlier in the game. I can't believe he fell for it again.
The pass set it all up.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Danny Green to Ibaka. Lowry to Ibaka. 5 to shoot for Toronto. From long range. That's good D. Shot no good. Irving with the basketball. His group now down 2. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Game, man. Game.
Very important free throw, up and good. Three-point play puts them up by a point. Leonard to Ibaka. Rebound Jason Tatum. And they call it.
Welcome to New Age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Nope, first one does not go. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Toronto has the basketball. Leonard to Valanciunas. Celtics come away with it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Danny Green gets it in the right corner to Ibaka. Danny Green to Leonard. Going to launch beyond the arc. Kawhi Leonard in his own world. Nobody near him. He sinks it for 3.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Leonard. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Danny Green to Valanciunas. It's rebounded by the Celtics. Shot from the lane won't go. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. To Ibaka. They'll get it down to Leonard and finishes strong.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Irving. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Blocked by...
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Now the stoppage and an intentional foul means free throws coming with a little over 30 seconds to go.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. It's the Raptors with the basketball. To Ibaka. Rejected by Tatum. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jason Tatum. Danny Green. Short jumper off the mark. And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
First one, counted.
Oh, good shot, boy.
No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Kawhi Leonard. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in the safe place.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. Hits the late 3 at the buzzer, but it's not going to be enough. This game is all over. It's a victory here for the Celtics. They move to 1-0 in their new campaign. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory. And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest. The Raptors are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, but even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win. Here are the guys who put up the most points. for the Toronto Raptors.
Game trap. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming games for the Toronto Raptors. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.